I write a lot about the Troubles in the North. The Troubles are my time, the time of my life is the time of the Troubles. Our house was blown up as well, and another factor was our parents used to fight the peace out. I mean, physically fight, blood, occasionally doctors and all that stuff. And actually, as a very young child, I thought it was the same thing. The Troubles didn't used to happen. They didn't used to fight in the house, but this started happening outside and this started happening inside with our parents, and I thought it was the same thing. So I do write a lot about the Troubles. And here's a poem that I was commissioned to write to mark 20 years since the signing of the Good Friday Agreement. And look to the future. That was the commission. Reflect on the signing of the Good Friday Agreement and look to the future. And this is what I wrote, and it's called, If I Was Us, I Wouldn't Start From Here. Especially in a broken home like ours, where broken floors and windows feed the cold, each generation has a sacred task: to tell a better story than it was told. For we are reared by stories in such places, clawing through the bitter drafts of these for something we can truly get a hold of that seems to help us off our shattered knees. The kind of myth my generation supped was we have better heroes than they've got, for ours are much more decent to a fault. And if we've a rotten apple, they've the rot. Our steps now are at best precise and formal, like dressage horses, going nowhere well. Our peace, a thing we part-baked in the 90s and left to prove and got used to the smell. And yet, even in this half-peace we are living, where death is only half dead, I am sure that we could learn to change our tunes completely. But if I was us, I wouldn't start from here. If I was us, I wouldn't start from here, for here's a swamp we've stood in for too long. We haven't kept our heads above the water and haven't seen a thing where we have gone, and we should fly now, frightened for our children, kick off the bottom, push towards the air and break the water into different daylight and gasp and say what we can see from there. For especially in a broken home like ours, where broken floors and windows feed the cold, each generation has a sacred task: to tell a better story than it was told. A story made as honey is in bees from things that we have found outside ourselves.